What's up guys, it's Andrew here from Brit Breaks. How is everyone doing? Today we're going through a new platform. Not super new, but we've not really mentioned it on the channel before, and that's Starstock. So it's been briefly talked about in terms of going through my investment video previously, which is we've got a new one coming up soon. But I thought I'd just run you through the platform. London Cards did a really good video about how to set up and get on there. So I won't cover too much of that. It's really simple. Create an account. If you create an account and use my login Brit Breaks, BRIT Breaks, like that, you will receive $10 for if you invest $10 or more as your first deposit. But less of the sales pitch for me. Let's just go through the platform. So first thing we'll look about is ease of use and accessibility. Over 300,000 cards here, and they are all rookies. So that's the key thing about this site, is rookies only. You can track and trend pretty well, and that's the best kind of thing about this site for me, is the level of data and visibility of that data is really what's interesting. We'll look at this from a full side, so we'll look at the negatives as well, but starting out with the positives. I love how seamless it is to try to transition between pages. Really clean, crisp design. You can make a buy. So there's 15 cards available here. You can see every single person's offer price. And if you want to buy, let's say 10 of them, but you only want to pay 40 per card, you can do that. And all of the people with these cards will receive that offer. And they can either accept it or just ignore it. So that's a great way. So for example, if you only wanted to pay 55 per card, you could have up to 8 cards straight away there without any hassle, boom, in your basket. If you wanted to have cards for 45, then obviously you'd have to wait, but it gives you that flexibility. And you can also see the different gradings. So we have A, B and C. So A's are higher quality cards. We also have PSA and BGS and SGC are accepted as well. For this one we've got A, B's and C's. A's are high quality raw cards, so cards that you would expect to grade as 9s and 10s. B's will have one minor defect, and C's will have one or more minors or a major defect. And what you can also see is the visibility of when cards are on offer, when cards aren't available. So you can see other offers from other people. You can see there's 48 total cards there. You can see 15 are for sale, so there's still 33 cards people have in a vault that aren't available there. And you can also track prices, which is really good. You can look specifically at 10s. You can see the 10s here for DK have gone way up over the season. You can look at the A's and see that they've gone up, but not in the same curve that the PSA slabs do. B's are pretty stable, going up slightly. And C's has not many sales, so pretty hard to grade. But really that visual look is awesome. It also gives you some suggested of kind of similar cards, other parallels. So we see we've got the Hyper here from Prism, we've got the lasers. I think that's really cool. The other thing we can do is we can look at different sports. These are all trending cards. You can view the most recently added cards. You can see the most traded, people getting on other cards. And the best thing is they can go from all the way down to 10 cents. So we're not talking about eBay where you have that minimum kind of dollar or 50 cents plus the £3, £4, £5 postage. You can really get a card here for 10 cents. We'll get onto postage and withdrawing cards later, but you can see new arrivals here. That's pretty cool. The more difficult bit is obviously you have to search player by player. There's a bit more work to do there. So let's say we want to get Joe Mixon. And obviously there's no baseball cards, so let me actually check. We'll go into football. There is some good, so what the first thing you need to do is check for sale. In Vault isn't available to you, you want for sales. You can filter to just PSA cards, that's actually mine. You can look at ungraded. That's not actually mine. I sold this one for 75. Someone's reflipped it on by the looks of it. Interesting. You can go for numbered cards, you can go for a specific year. Obviously we're currently all on rookies, so no point looking at other years here. But let's say if you went for, I don't know, let's say the Bengals. then you can see every Bengal player there, and then therefore you could flip between years. So we can see here we've got an AJ PSA 10. Someone's quite optimistically listed that at $500. I don't think that will hit that purchase. So the new thing we can see also is they've added soccer. That is the newest thing, and that'd be quite a good point for the transatlantic sale between cards. We have guys in the US and the guys in the UK, and there's a lot of shipping involved there. So this is the great thing about this site, is you can put all your cards in one place with no handling. The cards are done for you. There's no charge per sale. The only thing you need to pay for is to withdraw your cards, which we'll get onto, and your deposits. Once you've had one single deposit, your first deposit is free from fees. There's small fees on your following deposits. So let's kind of look into what cards are accepted. So we mentioned it already, only rookie cards and current players. They also have fast pass offers, so brand new sets, specifically in the NFL at the minute. Donruss, Mosaic and Optic previews are all being fast tracked, which means they'll be guaranteed to be listed on the site within 2 business days. For other cards, you're looking at kind of a week, maybe 2 weeks maximum. Maybe that'll increase as the sites get busier, but they're pretty swift about turning them around, and I'll show you what your collection will look like in a minute. In terms of by sport, we'll quickly scroll through, but we won't go into too much detail. Pause if you're interested. So we've got NBA rookie cards there. Tops, they're only accepting 2012 or earlier. NFL here, this is a big one. They're only looking at skill position. So that means quarterbacks, running backs and wide receivers. You cannot put your offensive lineman rookie cards in there yet. Maybe they'll change that, who knows. And baseball, we're only looking at those Chrome first and those rookie cards. We're not accepting non-Topps brand as well, so no Panini MLB. And then soccer, very exclusive. So none of these, very few stickers. I don't believe there's any stickers. They're looking at Panini Chronicles. They're looking at the Topps Chromes and the Selects are the key ones. There's Donruss in there, Prism World Cups. But they're kind of steering clear of the stickers, and I kind of respect that. In the US, they're not really specialists on stickers and looking at stickers, so I understand why they've done this, to keep it to cards. It is a card trading platform, so let's keep it to that for now. Maybe it'll expand, who knows. So once you have all your cards uploaded, this will be what happens. You'll have them into your system, and it will say 25 cards owned, 0 for sale. Once you have a card that you want to sell, you'll see it on here. You can filter by if you want to list your PSA slabs. You can filter by your ungraded slabs, ungraded cards. You want to click on your card, scroll down, you can see the current prices. This is only a B, so a low price. Someone's currently offered me $2.01. I could accept that. I don't want to. And I'm currently not the cheapest price. So if I click on buy or offer, I can see the other guys are listing them all cheaper than me. $3.95, $4.50, $4.99. Now, if I was desperate to get rid of this card, which I'm not, you could drop my price down and accept that $2.01, or I could go down to $3.94, for example, to be the lowest price on offer. So really quick and easy and manageable in that regard. One thing I would say is once these cards are on there, you'll get a lot of offers and offer notifications. Now, I think this is something they'll have to look at in the system, as I'll show you now. You will get quite a few offers. This is from just 25 cards. You're probably looking at offers once, twice a week, so not excessive for 25 cards, but you scale that up and you've got 2,000 cards. That's a lot of work, that's a lot of emails, and that's a lot of spam. You do get the notifications when your cards sell. You got this, congrats, a buyer has bought one of your listed items. So my Mookie Betts, Starstock A, sold for $37.50. You can then review that in your sold, and you can see here sold. There's the Mookie Betts, bought for $30, sold for $37.50. Happy days. Not so happy on the Cody Bellinger, which was a loss. Sold at cost on the Corey Seagers, and some of these that I entered my system myself, sent over from the UK. You will be charged 5% sales fee, which is really good considering eBay and PayPal now are kind of, it can get close to 20%. They have combined it into one payment. and they'll take it at the start rather than the end of the month going forwards. But this is a much lower system, much cleaner, a lot less hassle. There's no shipping from yourself. There's no, my card got lost in the post, the card isn't what you sent, wanting returns. They buy the card as is. It's graded as an A or a B. I do have questions about the A and B system, and the C system, but it seems to be working. We'll quickly show a watch list. I don't have anything on my watch list, but if there's a card you want, can't quite afford yet, but maybe you want it later, why not add it to your watch list? And then we get to the other section. So they've added this one, which is a game changer for me. If you've got cards that you want to sell, you can now use this platform. If you want cards you want to grade, you can now use this platform. You can buy cards off this platform, grade them and then sell them, or buy, grade and ship back to the UK. These are some really awesome options for non-US customers. So if we look on the submit for grading, they have one grading left before Christmas. You'll have a Google form. A lot of this stuff is done on Google Forms, you'll see. The deadline is December 4th, so be very quick if you want to get involved on this. This video will be on that day, so get involved. The cost is the 20-day turnaround. Will be interesting to see if they do hit that. Approximately less than 2 months, PSA has given them the instruction, and that's what I've heard when speaking to guys through email, that they do believe they'll get these back end of January, February, which is pretty impressive because Graded Gem aren't really hitting that from across the pond with their kind of 10-15 days either way shipping. $30 is more than Graded Gem for a base economy card, but if you can get this in 2 months, that's a pretty good deal with no hassle from yourself. It's all done for you. I think that's a fair enough price, and we'll see if that changes, whether they continue to offer this. We'll scroll down and see, obviously they've put here that they don't guarantee any grades, which they've legally had to do, obviously, with their kind of A grading system. If they're calling something an A and it doesn't get a 9 or a 10, they're obviously going to get some unhappy people. So it'll be interesting to see if that gets some backfire there. What you'll see is you fill in a simple form with your email, your username, how many cards you want to submit, and which cards you have. If you have more than 5 in your profile, it's probably best to put a little Google spreadsheet so they know which ones. But I submitted just a single one, a Jar Morant Mosaic, and we'll see how quick that turns around. That was submitted on the 3rd of December, so we'll see how quick this 9th of December submission really takes. Okay, so the last bits. Let's say you've got all your cards and you want to send your cards home. Well, there is some cost to this, as you'd expect. For international, you're looking at a minimum $20 and $1 per card. What you're doing here is still not too bad in terms of how much you think cards cost to come from the USA. I really believe this will be an okay option. Certainly in terms of how much you're saving as well by having the central location. You're not buying from 17 different locations in America on eBay. You're buying specifically from one address with certainty the card should be in an okay condition if it's an A, and of a set price with no postage on it, and no eBay sales tax, which you do also see nowadays. So it'd be interesting to see how this shipping home works to the UK. I've not shipped any home yet. I haven't got any recent plans to do so, because the way I'm using this service is keeping cards in the US. I have sent 2 slabs that were slow to sell on here, requested those to go to my get it shipped address, as I'm looking to sell those via eBay instead. One negative I will say about the site is I believe the footfall on the higher end is limited. I think the footfall in general is a little bit limited. I think some of the prices are a bit higher than eBay, certainly because of the auction function eBay has. You can get some great deals and some lower prices. Starstock, because of that instant purchase and being a new system and being set by the buyers, you do find some higher pricing for sure. But other than that, I think it's a really useful system. I think if you've got a lot of cards in the UK that you can't shift on UK groups, Facebook groups, eBay, or you don't want to pay the eBay fees and the hassle of shipping, sending these in a bulk could be a really good option. So I haven't covered it yet, but we'll do a quick one of how to send in cards. You get this easy. Again, we're using Google Docs. As mentioned, it shows the key brands they're accepting. For NBA hoops, it's only specific graded ones now because of the volume going in through hoops. This is a big worry in modern cards. The volume of paper is huge, and it's all going into grading and into these sales formats. So I would be careful on base and non-numbered parallels going forward. I do think that print run thing is going to rear its head in the longer term. But anyway, super simple. Any cards that do not meet their things, you will have to pay. Only $5 for short amounts, but if you're sending in hundreds and hundreds of cards, there will be quite a fee there. All cards need to be submitted in penny sleeves. You can send them in top loaders and card savers, but this will slow them down. So guys, just stick them in penny sleeves. If you want, maybe put one top loader on the either end of each pile. That will give you some security, but also keep those penny sleeve cards protected in the middle and easy for them to still sort. So now you've read that, it's pretty simple. Put in your email, your submission number. So for me it'd be 2 because I've already done 1. Username, your full address, where you're sending it from, and then obviously your list of cards, which is an optional, but it will help them and speed up the process. It certainly sped up my process. When you want to send cards out, you will receive this kind of saying how much it will cost to send home. So for instance, a flat $5 flat fee for USPS and a $15 for priority. It's a minimum of $20 on international and an additional $1 for every card. So you're looking at $150 per card, as mentioned. I expected 6 to 8 weeks, as mentioned, which was a bit of a worry. That's kind of ComC lead times. However, my request was actually dealt with really quickly by Alex in 3 to 4 weeks. And it's with me within 2 to 3 days via USPS with tracking, and only $6 for those two cards, which isn't bad at all for all the handling and labour involved in that process. But overall, I think it's a really good platform, and I recommend you giving it a go. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Let's not forget, if you're interested and you're not yet a Starstock member, don't forget to sign up with the promo code BRITBREAKS, and you will get $10 if you deposit $10 or more. I will also get the $10 for full transparency. That would be fantastic. And let's do a competition. So anyone that enters, and you let me know what you buy with that $10, and we'll do a competition. Whichever is the highest card price at the end of the month, I'll give away a prize. Probably another rookie card. That might be a Burrow rated rookie. That might be Herbert rated rookie. That might be maybe a Ja Morant or something. I'll make sure to give away a prize to whoever gets the best increase from that $10. You don't have to buy it if you don't want to. You do have to use that promo code and have that evidence to win. But there's a little competition for you guys. No pressure to do it if you don't want to do it. But if you deposit $10, you'll get an extra $10, and I'll also get $10. So why not share the wealth this Christmas and deposit $10 with Starstock? That's the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all soon. See ya.